Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Mike from 1AAuto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And next time you need parts for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to service the parking light, which is the orange light that's below the headlight on this 96 Ford F-150. Pretty much the same as any 92 to 96 Ford truck. The only tools you'll need are 10mm deep sockets, 10 and 11mm deep sockets, as well as a Phillips screwdriver.
To service this lower light, if you're just looking to change a bulb, you go right in back here, and it's this lower, let's see if I can film this lower socket, turn counterclockwise, and pull out the socket. Okay, and then the bulb just pulls straight out. Okay, like that. Put the bulb back in the socket. Okay, and then you would put the, just be careful of these wires down here, the light in, get it lined up. And twist it clockwise to lock it. If you're looking to change the whole assembly, you'll need a long socket, 10mm. Okay, and right down in here, you'll put that socket in to a 10mm nut and undo that. Okay, and then the same thing over on this side. Okay, put it right in here, and there's a 10mm nut right there, and remove those two.
Okay, I'm just going to fast forward through some footage here of taking those two nuts out of the backside. Obviously, you can't really film it that well. You can reach down in there with your wrench, your socket and ratchet. If you want, taking the battery out is an option. Lets you get down in there a little easier. But just remove those two nuts and then go from there.
Remove the two Phillips screws at the top of the headlight trim panel.
Okay, I'm just removing the rest of the way one of the nuts on the back side, and as I remove that, I just pull the whole assembly, trim and lights away.
Okay, pull that out, and then there's a socket right here, turn that counterclockwise, okay, and one down here, turn that one counterclockwise as well.
Alright, so here I'm just showing you a quick problem you may or may not run into. One of the studs from the parking light, when I went to remove the nut, the stud actually twisted out of the parking light. So what I'm doing is just using a pair of vice grip or locking pliers, hooking them onto the stud, and then using my socket and ratchet to remove the nut and remove that out of there so I can put in a new one. Use an 11mm socket and ratchet or wrench and remove the lower bolt on the marker light, which allows that metal brace to come off. And now there are 3 Phillips screws, one on the side and then 2 that are underneath. If you're looking at the trim the way it sits on the truck, remove those 3 screws.
Okay, new parking light from 1AAuto. It's all the same. It's going to go right in. Okay, just put it into the inside of your bezel first. Lock it in here first, and then you have to kind of pull. I'm just kind of using my thumb and pulling this right around and on there. Make sure it all goes in. There are little teeth on the light that just kind of lock into the bezel. Okay. pretty well.
And I'll fast forward here. What I like to do, I put each screw in first, just tighten them up a little bit, and then once you have them all in and just make sure they're all in and going in correctly, then tighten them up afterwards. So you start them in first and then tighten them up once you're sure that they're all in, they're in straight, and they're not misthreading or anything like that.
Okay, and then remember there's a little brace that goes on here, and then you start the bottom bolt in.
Okay, to sum up, just remember to put that brace back on and put the bolt back on to the side marker light, tighten them up. And I'm just going to continue the kind of fast forward here. Put the assembly close to your harnesses and put the side markers in. You can do the main parking light afterwards, just reach in behind, put the bolts on, tighten them up, and then make sure you plug in that side signal or the front signal light. Okay, and finish up by reinstalling the 2 screws on the top of the trim.
We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll-free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.